Hi, welcome to another edition of the Alan Rosenberg Show. That's right, Callum. I got my tartan trousers on. These are actually my pajamas, and there's my white socks, David. But basically, it is Sunday night. It is about 9 o'clock at night. I'm going to be going to bed soon. But before I went to bed, I wanted to show you my haul today from the flea market. Now, I go to the flea market every Sunday here in Belmore, Long Island. Today was the last flea market until the end of until spring. So kind of a bummer for me, but I killed it this year. I killed this year. Now, one of the things I wanted to show you was, I try to turn you on to new music, and you turned me on to new music for me as well. And a couple of months ago, somebody had said, you got to get into Ron Sexsmith. I think I had done a video on Canadian artists. Now, I don't have any Ron Sexsmith. So, out in the wild, I found this album, and I fell in love with this album. And then about 2 weeks ago, I finally found the debut album, and this is also excellent. So 2 for 2 for Ron Sexsmith. Now, people had said to me, you got to get into John Prine. Well, 2 weeks ago at the flea market, I hit the mother load of John Prine. And if you watch my video from 2 weeks ago, my haul video from the flea market, I showed you all these John Prine albums I got. Now, all these CDs that I get at the flea market are $1. And I bought just a mother load of John Prine, and I'm going to be getting into that the beginning of the year. That's my goal for John Prine. Recently, somebody said to me, you got to get into Joe Ely. Now, I know Joe Ely, who he is. I know he was in the Flatlanders. I know his name. Kind of that Tex-Mex, country rock, but more Tex-Mex. And I really like that. I just bypassed him for whatever reason. And they said, you got to get into Joe Ely. So today was a Joe Ely haul at the flea market, and they had like every Joe Ely album there for $1, and I didn't buy all of them, but I bought 10. I think I bought 10 Joe Ely albums. I got 13 albums today at the flea market for a grand total of $10. I buy so much there. They were like, yeah, just give me $10 for the 13. So without further ado, here's the haul from the flea market today from Belmore. A whole lot of Joe Ely and some other stuff. So let's go through it. We'll save Joe Ely for last. Okay. This was actually a nice find. Harry Chapin. And this is a 2 CD set. I don't see this out in the wild too often. It's called the Bottom Line Encore Collection, recorded January of '81. This is a 2 CD set. All of these CDs are like brand spanking new. Great set list. My favorite Harry Chapin album is the live one. I should have done that for the live one. Greatest Stories live. So I'm looking forward to hearing this because this looks like a beauty. Live from the Bottom Line. And you can see the price tag. It says $16.50. But all the CDs I got today were $1. Less than $1. Including this one. I have every Bad Company album, the classic Bad Company lineup. But I always try to upgrade. So this was an upgrade. This is Burning Sky, an album that I think is their worst album. But it's still pretty decent. It says $6.99, and this is the one where it's got all these bonus tracks, digitally remastered, and a whole slew of bonus tracks on Swan Song. And I picked that one up today as well. And I don't repeat myself. I got 13 CDs for $10, so there you go. All right, then I found this one, Steve Earle. Talk about like that country rock, Tex-Mex almost. Steve Earle, I'm a fan of, and this was a really nice find. BBC One live in concert. It's marked 1798. It says UK LP, and these are really fine albums in general. These BBC Radio 1 live in concert. So Steve Earle, and there was a ton of Steve Earle albums there. I have a couple already, so instead of digging further into Steve Earle, I decided to go crazy with, are you ready? Joe Ely. Let's do it. I got 10 Joe Ely albums today. I hope I like this guy a lot. But they're only $1. All right. Let's try to do it in a little bit of an order. So there was one that I really, really wanted, and I found it there. And it wasn't this one. Well, this was the second. Well, I'll show you. Here's the debut album from Joe Ely. And this guy was obviously a huge Joe Ely fan because everything was there, but this one's autographed. So how cool is that? An autographed Joe Ely CD, his debut album, which supposedly is great. So we picked that one up. Let's keep going. The one that I really wanted, and they had it because I think it's supposed to be his best album, and I am a huge fan of live albums. They had Live Shots on CD. And there it is. This is beautiful looking. I'm really excited. I will start Joe Ely with these first two albums. This is the two that I think, if I don't like these, there's little hope, I'm sure. But I think I'm going to like them. In no other particular order, I got this one. This one is called Musternada Gata Lata. So there we go. And I'm not going to open all the booklets for you. But let's stick that over there. And then I got this one. I love live albums, so I'm assuming Joe Ely is going to be great live. This is called Live at Liberty Lunch. So whoever was telling me, and I don't remember who it was, whoever was telling me you got to get into Joe Ely, let me know what you think about these ones that I was able to find today. How about this one called Twisting in the Wind? And you can see they even have the labels on the top, you know, like they peeled them, but pretty sweet, right? Let's keep going. This one, next one is going to be Lord of the Highway. Now, again, they had like every Joe Ely album there. I did not pick everyone up. I figured 10 would be enough to start with. And these were the ones that I recognized the names. Like I had said, I know of him. This one I never saw, but this looked interesting. It's a thing called Dusty Road, and it says limited edition number 12 of 100. So if you're the big Joe Ely fan out there, let me know what the deal is. This one is also autographed, so maybe that's why limited edition 12 of 100. So I got, as far as I know so far, 2 Joe Ely autographs in here. This one is called Joe Ely Time for Traveling, The Best of Joe Ely, Volume 2. And it looks like that. Pretty sweet on Edsel. I would have picked up The Best of Joe Ely Volume 1, but I didn't see it there. So then I got this one, Honky Tonk Masquerade. Right there. I'm pretty excited of getting into him. So it's going to be between him and John Prine at the beginning of the year. And speaking of John Prine, I did pick up one more John Prine album that I found buried there that I didn't get last 2 weeks ago. This was Sweet Revenge. This is an album I know of as well, but didn't pick it up last time. So there you have it, folks. 13 albums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13 albums for a grand total of $10. Yeah, pretty good finds, I gotta say. And just coincidentally, in the sense that you told me I should get into John Prine, did that. Well, bought them, and then Joe Ely in a huge way. So let me know about Joe Ely. Did I do good? Hopefully I did good, because the flea market is done until next year. I will never see these CDs again. The other thing I bought today at the flea market, I am a voracious reader of rock and roll and horror movies. And I bought a box, a huge box. And there are 40 Goldmine magazines in here, the old newspaper ones. 40 of them I bought. And the guy basically just said to me, fill up a box and give me $10. And I filled up a box with 40 of them. And so if you you're a music collector like me and a music fan, the writing in these Goldmine magazines was always great. So I got enough reading and listening until the end of the year. Until the winter's over. Because now there's no more flea market. And typically my buying will slow down because now the yard sales are ending. Oh, John Prine right there on Goldmine. That'll be fun. And Thinks, Clash, Robert Plant. So you can see I just got a ton to jam. So in fact, they had a lot of these Goldmines, and I cherry picked the ones that I thought would be interesting for me based on the covers. Jethro Tull, Springsteen, Velvet Underground, Patti Smith, Pink Floyd, Little Feat. You get the idea. There's a couple more over there. So anyway, that's my haul from the flea market, the final flea market of the year 2024. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, thanks so much. New to my channel, hit subscribe. Check out my other videos. Send your comments. Let me know about the Joe Ely. And there was like everything there, so I passed up a bunch as well. But hopefully I did a good job of picking the best ones like John Prine. That's about it for now. Hope you have a great night. I'm going to upload this thing and I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired, but got my PJs on, Callum, and we'll be doing some new videos in the week. These kind of concept videos. I got some other ideas and got some suggestions from viewers that we're going to be doing. So thanks so much as always. Really appreciate it. Have a great night. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you next time on the Alan Rosenberg Show.